Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Let's get started. Faith over fear. We'll go around the world from Aries to Pisces and see what's going on. Timestampers, thank you. Subscribers, thank you so much. All right, let's go. What's happening? It's the week of the 22nd of October. All right, Aries. All right, so we're on point here. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. Okay, some of you have a younger Aries, Leo, Sag daughter and or son. Some of you are investing, meaning saving money or putting money away for a child. Saving for a college education. Even moving. Some of you are, and or taking a trip. For sure, right? Yeah. Some of you are like, I'm ready to go. I'm out of here. I'm going to take some of my savings, what I have, and I'm going to maybe a sunny location. This could be a child going with mom and dad. Some of you definitely are working really hard on weight training, Pilates, yoga. Okay. Yeah, really working out, working on your bodies. Money's really good. You're happy. Your job is really good. Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords could just be, I'm worrying about, for some, not all, worrying about how you're going to support a child. Someone's worried how are they going to support them, you know, saving money, the college education, all of that. Maybe you're thinking, Aries, of, you know, if I get pregnant, that's the real thing. You know, it's like a forever commitment to a child and supporting them and raising them. Not just the financial aspect of raising a child, but also the aspect of, I mean, it takes a lot of work. It's not easy to have a child. When you're being gifted, father and or mother, to be a parent or a step parent, maybe you're not sure if you can step up to the plate as a step parent. I feel that you have a lot of hope for your future and making sure that you delve into a child's mental health as well. Something about maybe the child, or you're the child, mental health, maybe issues that a child is going through right now. Maybe there's, you know, a change in the dynamic of the family, right? What has, and what might have been the trigger points for a child's mental health, like, you know, mom and dad divorcing, who takes me when, you know, accountability, responsibility for a child's well-being. And I feel the mental health is very important here. Like on the external, the child is very strong, like real, there doesn't seem to be a problem, right? So it's not it's not an external, I see it. It's this child internally is having some. So I would, if you have a child like 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, you may want to get in their head a bit, okay? And ask them questions. How are they feeling? How are they doing in school? The school could be an issue. You know, do we know that they're okay at school? Are they being bullied by others? Right? How's their emotional and mental health of a child here? Or it could be your stepkid, a stepchild. Because we have two feminines here. So there could definitely be an issue of, you know, this child may, okay, I hear this child may not want to listen to the stepmom if it's a stepmom issue. And maybe it's not like, okay, they're not officially married, but they're dating. And they've brought the child into the dynamic of the family unit, per se. Yeah, this is massive, actually. Because don't we know how important it is to ask questions of how a child's feeling? Or, as parents, we come home, the kids come home, and we're like, they come home, and it's like, okay, you have homework, whatever, but when asking a child, how was your day, are they answering you? Are they ignoring you? Do they not want to talk about it? So I think getting into the deeper aspects of one's mental and emotional health here really might be a good suggestion. That's all I'm saying. It gets confusing for kids when there's divorce and dating and all of that. Okay? Taurus. Okay, so how does that happen, right? It just does. Now, here, Taurus, wow, look at this. Taurus, you're like traveling. Some of you are traveling. You're at a location, you're traveling, maybe you're going to Europe. You're going to a sunny destination. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're taking all your assets and moving them to a sunny destination off the grid. Right? We have the Fool here in the middle. Some of you are quitting your job and saying, you know what? I'm going on vacation, or I'm moving to a sunny location. I'm going to travel the four corners of the universe. I like that. Some of you Taurians love emeralds, jade, always green for expansion as well as healing. It's not like you are having anything. Financially, you're feeling really good. Some of you not only financially independent, but financially independent and maybe looking for or dating. Maybe you met someone. If you're single, maybe you've been dating, or you found someone at a far location, long distance relationship. Maybe you're going to visit them wherever around the world, right? Someone's at a distance for sure. I don't know if you just met someone and you're dating them, Taurus, or it's just a location and I'm out. You may meet someone on vacation also. But for others, you're like, you know what? I'm packing my bags and I'm moving. I want peace. I need vitamin D. I want to be in a peaceful location. I don't want to be involved in any drama. I just want to chill. I just want to chill. Some of you, you are definitely cutting your losses and out and heading out. Cutting your losses and heading out. Absolutely. You may have had people in your business, right? You may have had people in your business of your financial sector, like, so, you know, where do you put your money? How are you investing? Maybe someone's has been a little too inquisitive. People, like maybe it's your work or your family, or some people have been inquisitive, curious about what you're doing with your money and how can you have 2 sevens here. Like, right? Maybe people are saying, you know, they want to know why you're moving. They want to know, you know, why they can't come, you know, that kind of thing. I really feel you turned your back on people being inquisitive and, for others, very nosy about what you do with your time and your money. Some of you have been waiting to take a vacation and now it's time to do so. Let me just get one more. The 2 sevens. I mean, I have to. Yeah, deciding on where you want to go. Yep. Some of you, I already made my decision. I'm out. And you're saying goodbye. Some of you could have just quit your job and like, I'm taking whatever money I have in my savings or what have you, and I'm out. Yeah. 7 and 2 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. So you have 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9. So something's ended for some of you. Maybe you're newly single, or it doesn't even matter if you're newly. I just want to go. I want to be in the sunshine. I want to be in a very quiet environment. I don't want people asking me what I do with my time or my money. It's none of anyone's business, quite frankly. And I feel that you're like, yeah, I'm out. And maybe for some of you, because it's staring at me, so I have to say, and you're not telling anyone where you're going, nor should you. Yeah, good for you. That's great. It's really no one's business. I mean, if it's your family, it's your choice who you tell, where you are going, and or what you do with your time and your money. Gemini. Seriously, right? All right, 5 of Cups reversed, 3 of Swords reversed. Well, hallelujah that you're healing from a lot of crap without question. Wow, look at all these reversals, but they're good. It's good. I am done with being stuck. I'm done with people telling me bullshit, handing me a line of crap. I'm done with people asking me if I'm okay. I heard that. I'm done being asked if I'm okay. Someone could have been verbally abusive and or was lying about certain things, and maybe, I don't know, Gemini, could you have been dealing with someone who emotionally and mentally just played you? Right? It was just a game. It was a game. It was a scam. Some of you getting phone calls or like being scammed, phone calls and emails. Maybe it's time to clean up. You know, the stuff on the stuff online, or you're cleaning up your emails or what have you. But you're done with people who are shady. There's no way. You're not going to listen to others' bullshit, for sure. This is others' bullshit. And it's already been a minute. You have 7 and 3. So 7 and 3 is 10. So these are massive changes where you're not doing anything except healing your mental and emotional, becoming stable. Wow, look at this. This is some shady shit here. Someone really was shady and wanting to know what you do, where you go, who you're with. Okay, so now you might be, someone may be like stalking. I don't like that the 7 of Swords came up like as I saw it. Spirit shows us what we need to see when we see it in a reading, right? Not every 5 of Cups is going to show me the 2 cups that are spilled, or all the cups that are spilled, or the 2 still, perhaps available. Do you know what I mean? Like emotional upset and all that. Spirit shows us what we need to see in order to guide and provide the message. Okay? And right now, the 7 of Swords reversed really was good and indicative of I'm not going back to bullshit. And then I look, as Spirit says, look at this. And now we have 3 sevens. So someone's worried. Okay, look at this. Someone's worried. You could be Gemini dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you like used to hang with. Maybe you used to go out, dating, whatever. You may find out some news about, about, they want to see. Okay, they want to see. I feel they're stalking you or you're stalking them. They just want to see who you're with, what was bullshit and what was real. They're worried you found someone else and you're happy. And I hear it. Leave no traces. Leave no traces. Do not leave a trace. And maybe that's what you're doing, Gemini. You're not leaving traces for this person to know what you're doing. Yeah, they're very inquisitive. Look at this. Oh, yeah. They could be even asking around, reading your stuff, trying to read into, reading between the lines. If you're dating, if you're happy, if you're with someone else. Yep. That's right. What's it? Inquisitive minds want to know. Well, it's one thing to be inquisitive or curious, but it's another to be nosy. Nosing around your business is not what you want, Gemini. Let me tell you right now. Especially with 7 of Swords, upright and reversed. You have both. That means that someone may want to come back again and hand you some more crap. I would be very, very cautious, for sure, about anyone who wants to come back and, the same song and dance. That's what I heard. Cancers. Cancers. Are we sleeping at night? Are we thinking too much? Are we worried about our money? maybe we're worried about, like, okay, I need options here. I need options. I need to find remote, maybe work or something to supplement my income. Someone could be saying that to themselves. You could be really thinking about, am I really happy at this job? Is there growth and opportunity, or am I just spinning my wheels? Some of you feel like you should have gotten a raise and you haven't gotten it yet, or they're not giving out raises. They're giving out, like, you know, little things here and there. I feel for the majority of Cancerians, you're worried that you need to start looking for another job. Now you guys have 2 7s, so you're worried. Yeah, 2 7s. I feel like you're worried. Maybe is your job in jeopardy? I mean, I don't know how long. I honestly do not know how long TikTok shop is going to be, a thing. I feel it's very trendy right now. Maybe that's what you're doing for extra money. But for others, I feel like you're just exhausted. Physical, mental exhaustion regarding your workplace, where you work, what you do for a living. You're out. Maybe it's time. They cut me at the quick. Yeah, you are definitely ready for a new job, or moving on. It's like moving on at a job. It's like, I'm done. I feel like you're emotionally, you know how it is when you're in a job, right? And you've been there for, let's just say 7 years, 7 months, whatever. 7 years is a far stretch, especially today. But maybe you've been at this job for a while, okay, however long. And you're like, you know what? I am so not emotionally in this job anymore. It's not coming out as I thought. It's not showing me growth. It's not giving me what they said in the beginning is now, they said, oh yeah, we're going to definitely offer you growth and new opportunities within the organization, and it hasn't happened. So now you're like, well, this sucks. I've been, at this company or what have you for 7 months or what have you, and it's like they're not showing me, or it's not giving me a good feel here. I'm not getting what they said. Maybe they overpromised, or it could be underpromised, but yeah, it's not happening. You're just emotionally like, I'm so confused. If it is a relationship, then be that as it may. You've been dating someone for a while, and you're like, it's only a matter of time before you say, I'm packing my bags, or you pack your bags. Or maybe it already happened 7 months ago. Someone packed their bags. And, maybe someone's overthinking it. I don't feel someone's overthinking it, Cancers, especially with you reversed. I don't feel like you're, it's not a regret or a remorse. I just feel like you're mentally drained, emotionally drained from something that you put in some time here. It could be like the 7-year itch where you want to get out if you've been married or in a relationship for 7 years, something like that. They say that, you know, is it true? I don't know. You know, I just feel like when someone wants to go, it's time. So I feel that you've been really weighing your options. Truly, you're biding your time. Some of you are biding your time and ready to go. A job, a relationship, I'm packing my bags, I'm out. And I don't think that's a trip. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going on vacation. I don't feel that at all. It's time to just pack it up. You may be telling someone, pack it up. It's time. We're done. It could be a roomie. Could be a roommate. Yep, I just heard it. Leo. Leos, wow, leveling up. Leveling up, working on yourselves. I love it. Really good. Wow, you're doing a lot of work on yourself, right? Really leveling up. Mentally, it has been very trying. Learning lessons that deeply affect you in ways that you may not have thought they would impose such depth of thought. Spiritually rising up, working really hard. Meditating. I mean, look at these two are naked. So you are working on yourself. You're working on your mind and your body. Maybe coming into union, Leos, with a mind-body connection, as well as maybe you're dreaming of someone on the other side, and that connection is very deep, very loving. Someone feels that if, you know, after this dream, you feel a great sense of peace in the morning with whatever or whomever you dreamt of. Some of you are spiritual healers, mediums, where you are really earning your keep, so to speak. Very good. Some of you are learning more to connectivity with the spirit world. It's great. What you're learning, what you're studying, what you're reading. And others, it's you're dreaming of the other side, loved ones on the other side, what have you. You're getting downloads for sure. Wow. Leo's very nice. Look at that. It could be like in October you felt a really close connection with 2 or 3 people on the other side. Maybe you had, I feel like, she's very similar to this one. Forget the hair color, but the facial expression here, it's kind of like a poker face, but also someone who brings a lot of knowledge to the table. Someone here brings a lot of great knowledge to the table. Yeah, look at that. It's your card reversed, but it's still good. So you may be definitely rising up spiritually. Some of you need a little more grounding, getting a little more grounded. Some of you are like way up, you know, out there, meaning your energy is 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 riding high, but we also need to maintain a sense of groundedness as well, like going outside, not only meditating, but also walking barefoot on Mother Earth and things like that to help you stay grounded, not like up in the air. Some of you have a lot of thoughts that are up in the air, meaning if it isn't downloads, it's thinking about, some of you are thinking about children. We have a child here. Stability of a child or children, maybe 2 children or 3. Maybe you are thinking about, it could be even worrying a little about a child's well-being and their not education, but like what they do for a living. Are they going to be able to provide for themselves? Yeah, something like that. There's worry. I think you're getting out of that place now, though. I feel like you have been, okay, some of you are still worried about like your kids' well-being or your grandkids' well-being, maybe the future financial stability of your what they do for a living, or maybe you can provide some higher ground as to helping guide them, teaching them what they could be doing as a purpose for a purposeful career instead of, let's say, a job, a 9 to 5. Maybe you're allowing them to see other avenues of income, even what you do to help them to grow. You're helping children. You're guiding them. Some of you are helping others to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Knowing that there's always a way out, something about a way out. Maybe you're helping children financially and telling them that they need to find their own way as well, and helping them, not just, throwing them in the lion's den, you know what I mean? But helping them, guiding them more than anything, being their guide. Okay. It could also be spirit guides. I just heard that. All right, Virgos. What's going on? Virgos. All right, 7 of Cups. What are we, options, opting out of? Opting out of bullshit, that's for sure, right? Some of you have already left a relationship that was very straining, confusion. We don't see eye to eye. There's so many differences between us. If you're dating, maybe now you're back on the dating scene, Maybe literally, I always see this with this card, with this moon card. It could be a Cancer, but I always see this like someone's batshit crazy, right? It could be someone, the differences, all right, I hear bipolar. Sorry, I do. I hear bipolar. It comes out as confusion. It's like I feel someone has the tendencies of being their, biochemistry, their mental and emotional fluctuation comes out as moody, their moodiness, but in actuality it's bipolar and maybe they don't know it. It could be someone you know. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's like, yeah, you see someone as moody, Virgo, and you're like, well, wait a second. What just happened? Mm-hmm. And you're taking it as they're just moody, but they could be bipolar. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that maybe you've been dealing with, and you've had some trials with this person if you're dating them, for sure. Look at that. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I feel this is a father figure. If you're a father figure, Virgo, you definitely are not. Yeah, you've been dating someone who's definitely different than you, and they come off as moody, but it's actually, and you're not talking to them right now, but it seems to be a bipolar issue where you just, like, you chalked it up as we're just two different types of people. We don't get along. We're not, we don't get along. We don't have a lot in common. Someone has been keeping their options open. Maybe someone thought you were in a one-on-one relationship, right? But they were dating others, and maybe that wasn't a conversation. Like, are we exclusive or not? This is you. You're not happy about the outcome of a relationship. And you're not talking. I don't think you want to talk to them. I just feel someone released a toxic relationship of, it could even be a codependency. Complacent. Having to know that you have someone kind of always on the back burner gives you a feeling of comfort, and now you don't. So some of you are newly single and looking, but I feel you really have to get through some of this emotional and or mental closure. I feel closure has to happen in this with this lover. A relationship. You were dating someone. Maybe you didn't date them for a long time, right? Maybe you went out just a few times and you were like, wow, we don't really have a lot in common. You have 2 sevens. Like, you could be worried about them. You're not with them, and you don't talk to them, but you're thinking about them. Some of you, maybe you're just like, I just hope that they're okay, back out there dating. Or maybe you just feel like, I have to start dating again, keeping your options open. Maybe that was the contention, the point of contention, where it was like, okay, no one said that we were exclusive, but someone could have, okay, I hear it. Someone could have called someone or texted someone the wrong name, or they thought they were talking to someone else. The text came in as like, who is this? And you know that it's from the person that you've been going out with. and they assume that you're someone else. Something like mixed signals, confusion of who is texting me. Do you know who this, do you realize who you're texting? Yep. Someone can't get their facts straight, right? So you're like, you're on Tinder or something, right? You're single, Virgos. You're on Tinder and you're texting someone and saying, oh yeah, I remember when you mentioned that Portuguese restaurant we went to. I really enjoyed it with you. And that wasn't, it wasn't them. It was someone else that you went to that restaurant with. It's that kind of thing. It's not catfishing. It's not. It's an actual, oh my God, I don't know who I'm talking to. And for some, it is a point of the contention is maybe this person has bipolar issues. Okay. Libra. What can I say? That was rough. That was rough. Libra. Okay, so you came out saying, okay, you're ready. Woo. I'm like, oh my gosh. Libra, who is this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio who seems to be coming out? So Libra, are you dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a feminine? Maybe your child is maybe if you have a child, right? Let's just say if you have a child, this child is like telling you about this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, whatever that is. I'll pull some more cards. If not, this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is an adult, but comes in as immature, right? Someone could be playing their hand at chess. Maybe Libra, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is coming in to see what kind of, you know, who's got the upper hand, or playing, you know, playing poker with you. Like whose move is it? Someone feels like they're coming in. They coming back in. Let's see what they're doing. Wow. Libra, what's going on? Oh, a new opportunity, a new direction. I have a great idea. If you are launching something, they may be finding this as an opportune moment to launch, to tell you good, you know, good luck, best of luck. I see your work is doing well. Someone's trying to get back in the good grace, in your good grace. And they're going to try and find a way. I don't know what way that is, but it's here. It's kind of like, you know, through the labyrinth, they've been like doing their homework. Like, how can I come back into the good graces of Libra? What could I say? What could I do that would bring, oh my God, Libras, this could be an engagement. I want to get engaged. I want to get married. Wow. And I'm just hearing, is this for real? I'm hearing, is it for real? Someone that you've already been dealing with, that you had a blowout with, right? You had this blowout, okay? And it didn't work. You thought this was the person. They thought you were for them. They were for you. Oh my God, we're meant to be together. Libra, you were thinking a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio was like, some of you thought that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio was acting immature. And when you were together, you were like, well, they're not going to commit, or it's not for real. It's a sham. Let's move on. So now they want to come back. They either have an idea how they want to do it, or they're going to offer or opt to offer an engagement and or let's move in together. I know how I screwed up. They may be coming back to say, I screwed up. And I honestly don't know how you're going to take it. Wow, they've been really, they're going to reach out to you for sure. You have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that's going to reach back out to you. And now they're ready. Now they're ready. Someone could be saying, hey, pack your bags, let's go. It's an enticing offer. What's Libra feel about this offer? Yeah, you have to think about it. Oh my God, right? It's that proposal that no one hears about, in the real world. Like, hold on, let me think about it. Give me a few days. Give me 4 days. Yeah, something like that. Something's going on. Absolutely. Libra, you're going to say, I got to think about it. If someone's proposing or if someone wants to move back in to your good graces. Yeah. Because someone was trying, right? They were being really immature. They definitely were not showing you what they really wanted from this relationship. So Libra, ask questions. Let's not just jump into a good graces, like, because we're patient, kind, all signs are, but, we're not going to open up completely until we ask some questions about what has happened and or more importantly, what has changed that this person wants to come back to be with you, to offer up a future. Right? Yeah. I know, I'm hearing we're not doormats. Just remember that. And don't forget about what transpired, what happened when you were together, living together, dating, whatever. Don't just think of the good things. Start really, reality sets in when we come to grips with our own truth. Okay, Scorpio, Hermit, going within. Yeah, working on yourselves. Really working on yourselves. Having time to work on yourselves. Right now it's like, I just want to be alone. I don't want to be bothered. Some of you are taking like a little leave of absence from work and doing what you want instead of maybe what, your same old shit, different day kind of vibe is changing. You're changing that up because you've really started to work on yourself. Little by little, you're understanding the things that you show out into the world and what you don't show. So this is within and without, right? The external and the internal. They meet together when you're working on yourself. I love that. Really doing the work. Asking the questions. This is very masculine. So this could be Scorpio for the masculine Scorpios. Also, your connection with a father figure, a father. It could be a Virgo. I feel that you're really assessing your life in your mind's eye about how you grew up, what you show to people and what you don't want to show to people. And there's something to be said about that, right? Not always putting your cards on the table, so to speak, right? We have 6 and 3 is 9. You have 2 9s. You're definitely very hermit mode. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be seen. Maybe some of you are seen because you don't have a choice. Maybe you are in the public eye, Scorpio, but you just would prefer not to be seen or heard right now. It's like, I'm changing things up. I don't want to be the same person that I have been. I need to learn more about myself. I need to work on myself. And what I show up out there has to correlate in here. Yeah. So I'm going to like start a whole new life in a whole new way. This is a red-tailed hawk that follows us. Here's your 1. So you're at the 9, and then you move into November as fresh, right? Of course, November being your birthday season. It's time to, right? Look at that, 3 9s. You're definitely closing the door on what you used to portray as yourself. You are not only internally changing what you've always thought yourself to be, but externally, you're showing that as well. It's going to show up. When we go, as an example, when we go within and we're working on ourselves, be that a dark night of the soul or whatever, the work that we have done on ourselves, it exudes in the external way that we show up in the world. It just does. Why? Because what's internal shows up on the external. And your internal is totally, completely changing. So that when you are going to show up again out there, you're not going to look the same either. That's why people say, wow, you don't look the same. You're not going to be the same. When you are ready to show up out there in the world, putting yourself out there for whatever it is, just life happens. And Scorpios, you're changing your whole dynamic because you're changing within. That's the only time change happens. Don't we know that? The only time change happens is when we start really processing what's been going on in our lives. We need to think about what we've really been doing with our lives. And how is it working out? Part of some question that you are having is, how have you been showing up in the world in terms of, have you been giving just 30% of you? Or is that now, right? Where people are seeing you, very little. You're not putting a lot of time and effort in anything right now because you're working on yourself. You could be you're definitely like out there on social media, but you're not being seen or heard. You're not posting anything. You're keeping to yourself. And this is a time where this beautiful red-tailed hawk is the Holy Spirit showing you a new life, a new way, in whatever way you show up within first and then out into the world. That's absolutely beautiful. Now, and if it is an external Virgo, then that's who you're dealing with. How you show up to them and they show up in your world, whatever it is, but it's only a 30%. Like, I only want to deal with someone like 30% of the time. I don't know, maybe it's too much. For now, it seems like it's too much and you need time alone. Look at, you just came out here. Yeah. Being like a homebody. Some of you are realtors. I have said that before for Scorpios. And or finding a new home, selling homes. Okay. Saggies. Well, hallelujah, right? Let's just burst that mental anguish right out. We're not stuck anymore. You know you're not stuck. You've gotten stronger. With whatever lessons you had to learn, you've gotten stronger. Yeah. You're emotionally definitely feeling different. It's like, you know what? I'm now stronger. For some of you, look. See that? Look at the animals. All right, some of you going to the zoo, like San Diego Zoo. Or some of you are dealing with like characters that are like animal characters. Like some of you have, I'm just going to say it because that's what they're telling me. Some of you have a Leo that is very verbal, more verbal than they have been in the past. And or you have a Pisces who's very intuitively getting, okay, so if you're dealing with a Pisces, Saggy, you're like, you are both on the same page, but you're not both the same. So one brings something really uniquely theirs, their unique talents, their unique gifts to the table, right? In business, friendship, love, what have you. And then you have a Leo who is being boisterous about this connection. I feel it's like you two are really getting along, and I didn't think that. Maybe the Leo didn't think that the Sag and Pisces would get along. Someone has literally decided to go their own way. I love that. You've decided to go your own way and not listen to others. Maybe you have like, I don't know, Saggy, maybe you always listened to, you had like a confidant where you always listened to them. And now you're not. You're choosing to go your own way. I'm choosing to go into a relationship under what I want, what I choose. You've discerned. You are being very discerning. It's beautiful. You're not listening to what others say and maybe others barking orders, even parents, if you will, right? You're listening to your gut and your instincts. You're listening to your intuition. And you're like, I'm not listening to anyone else. I'm freeing myself from those people, places, and things that I know I've leaned on them before, but no longer am I leaning on them. Now is the time for me to do what I want to do. I love that. That is beautiful. Yeah. Yep. Saggies, you're making dreams come true. Right? And you're showing up as vibrant, as strong, as really independent, but independent in the sense of I'm emotionally and mentally really stable. I know what I want. And I know that once I got out of, for some of you, it's the matrix. Yeah. Once I got out of pretending or having others approve of my belief systems or what path I choose to take no longer serves me. So now I'm going for all my dreams and desires, no matter what. And that makes you so empowered. Yeah, you're leaving behind all of those people, places, and things that, you know, some of you did give them some of you gave, Saggies, some of you gave too many people your power. You gave your power away to too many people. And now it's like, no more. No more. I'm doing what I want, when I want to do it, and that's it. You are really holding your ground. Being very, very good at saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Going and doing what you want, no matter what. Being very discerning now. Thinking more about what does Saggy want, instead of giving your power away, being that, that person who says, oh, well, what do you think of this person? Or what do you think of that job? Or what do you think of this or that? You're no longer doing that. You're using your strength, your intuition. You're like honestly, you're like I don't need to have the emperor here to say you are definitely so strong in your own will. This is total willpower. Wow, I love that. You've been through enough. You're like, I'm done. And I don't blame you. Look at this. Look at this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm not listening to anyone but my own advice. And that goes for any part of your life that did not make you happy, right? Look at that. If you, Saggies, you're like, if you don't add value in my life, we're done. I love it. And not in a way that's demeaning, because that's not who you are. But I know my value now, and I'm making those choices based upon that value, which is my own. Oh, I love it. Saggies, hallelujah. I love it. All right, that was good. Okay, I'm so happy. You guys are doing good. All right, Capricorns. Capricorns, working, always working, Cappies. But what's not making you happy here? Are there people around you? Or is this, you may be hearing about people in your old job, at your old job. Some of you are hearing about an old job or an old relationship. You're not talking to them, but you may be hearing about some people at your old job place of work. And it could be, some juicy tea going on here. If you are contemplating going back to an old job, I kind of feel you may want to remember what happened. I'm hearing that if it is an old relationship or an old job, someone like took the wind out of your sail and you were doing all the work in the relationship. Do you want to go back to that? I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, it's not my business. It's up to you. But I feel like, or maybe there's a couple people that you used to work with that they called Capricorn up and said, hey, Capricorn, what do you think if we go in on a job, we do something all together? Make something happen. Look at this. It's right there. It was right there. Some of you, this could be teaching this is like father, like son. You could be teaching your kids about work ethics, going to get a job. Maybe some of you, your kids are old enough and it's time for them to get a job. Yeah, get it? Some of you are telling your kids, go get a job. Capricorns, you've worked hard. Some of you are going back to a relationship and offering up a new strategy, I just heard strategy. 8, 9, you have 2 8s. Let's see. Yeah, you're not ready to do it, but you are in November. You may be ready to offer up a new strategy at the workplace or with people that you used to deal with. Here it is. No love lost. So at work, the people you used to deal with, look, you like left all these people that made you feel like you weren't offering a part of you in your job or in love. It's kind of like you walked away from the old because they were not valuing what you were bringing to the relationship, to the work situation. Look, these are people you work with. It was like they treated you unfairly. They gossiped. And you just had to get out. Some of you just got out, or you have been waiting to get out, and you're getting out now within this next month. Yeah. I think you left a lot of people behind, and you're like, no love lost here. Yeah. I really feel a lot of this is about work. They didn't value your ethics. Maybe they wanted you to do something unethical. And now you're saying this is a learning experience. You're teaching that to your kids. Maybe your kids are old enough to kind of realize what happened in the workplace, at a job, and understanding it and really getting to understand it as a parent, if you will, to teach your kids that same work ethic, to leave behind those people that are no good in your life. They don't add value, or they don't value what you do, the job that you do. Tit for tat, something about tit for tat. You have 2 aces, Capricorn. It's beautiful. If you haven't yet left, you're definitely taking this upcoming month or 2. But I think it's in November. You have 3 aces. Hold on. You have 3 aces. So in November, you're out. Some of you are checking out. Like check a relationship, and or you're not going back to an old job, an old relationship. You've checked out. Wow, 3 aces, Capricorn. That's beautiful. They don't value you in whatever aspect. Like, you bring to the table so much, and they don't see it. They don't see you. You're out. You're out. They're gossiping. If you go back to even a group, it could be a group of friends, a group of people. I don't think there's anything that Capricorn wants to do. I feel like you just released yourself from a lot of the imposition of heartache, of how people really, even if it wasn't directly to you, Capricorn, you saw how people treat others at your job. You saw how management treated others. You saw how they were, you know, you work for me kind of vibe. You know, you don't want that. And I feel that you've been dealing with people like that. You know, throwing their weight around. All right, Aquarius says, I'm ready. Look at Aquarius says, I'm ready. Let's go. Aquarius is being very creative and or dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sag. Look at. All right, let's take you out and let's see what's going on. Yeah. What is it? The heartache is over? Isn't that a song? Starting over. Aquarius, you're totally starting over. Yeah. You've left. You're like done. I'm done. One and done. I'm emotionally and mentally done. Whatever that means. I've left Aquarians has left the building. I smartened up. I want to do something different. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you left a personal relationship. I feel you're leaving like the negativity behind. You're leaving what others think of you behind. You're leaving what others feel and think. And or these are your negative thoughts and feelings. You're leaving that stuff behind so that you can a fresh start. Beautiful. Because why? You've gained a lot of wisdom, right? And now you're like, okay, well now what do I want to do? What's next? What do I want to do next? Maybe I'm tired of my job. Maybe it's just not fulfilling anymore. My job's not fulfilling. The people I work with, there's no growth opportunity. I'm not sure if there is any growth, but I don't want to like waste any more time that I already have. Maybe you've been in a job 4 to 6 months or even years or up to 10 years, whatever. And you're like, you know, it's run its course. I got to figure something out. I feel like you're figuring out what it is that you want to do. What is the next job? What is the next move? Some of you may be moving or just moving on from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Hallelujah, right? Eclipsing out all those people. You've had time to really assess. So it's been like one thing after another that's been exiting your life. One thing or another. And it could just be your negative thoughts, negative people who don't, you know, that you don't trust. You've been through, some of you, the dark night of the soul, and now you need to work on yourselves. All right, I'm hearing, for some of you, I'm hearing part of working on myself is what? Is doing the work. Part of working on myself means doing the work. Means I should meditate daily. I should journal daily. No one's telling you to do this, but this is part of the work that we do when we're ready. So I feel like you're ready now to really assess what works and what doesn't in your life. Yeah, it's time. That's what you're doing. Take your time. There's no rush. What do I want to do? Like almost, what do I want to be when I grow up? Maybe you've been doing a job over and over again. You could do it in your sleep. And you're like, oh my God, I'm done. I'm done crunching numbers. I'm done talking to people that don't get it. I'm done being in relationships where people don't get me. I'm done being negative. I need to really assess what's really important to me now that some time has gone by. And I've lost people, places, and things in my life over the course, maybe some of you going through a dark night of the soul, realizing the people that have been extracted or taken out of your life really was for you to realize, or for you to begin your path, your true, authentic path right here. Yeah. It's time for you to, it's like a brand new Aquarius is going to emerge. How beautiful, right? But it's going to take time. And the effort has to come only from you. It can't come from others, obviously. But you have to do the work. Like, how many times, I'm just asking, Aquarians, how many times have you bought a book and not read it in its entirety? How many times have you wanted to have a conversation but you didn't? How many times have you said, no, I don't want to go out tonight. I think I'll stay home. And or vice versa. It's like everything in your environment needs to change. And it has, so that you could change. Okay. Oh, wow, we're already at Pisces. How did that happen? Oh my gosh, Pisces, what? What? Home improvements, cleaning your house. There needs to be a clean, yeah, we need to get a very deep cleaning. Some of you need a deep cleaning. Some of you are just like, I've had it, I'm done, I have checked out. Some of you emotionally checked out. It's kind of like, how many times do I have to deal with emotional upset? Where something happens, where whatever happens in the house. If it's I need a deep clean, then get one. If it's I need to move, then start looking. What are the tower moments that you've been dealing with here? Because you have been going through it without question. Maybe it's time for a new home. Maybe it's time to delve deeper into your subconscious as to what emotionally really is, what triggers Pisces. It's about a whole new rebuild. You're rebuilding your whole foundation, but you have to start from the ground up. And the ground is not just, your external world. It's your internal. So your internal world and your external world needs a revamp for sure, because you're not happy. And that Five of Cups is saying, I've been through it and I'm not happy. So something has to give. So I got to look deep within myself to see where my where my internal is showing up in my external world, right? So it's just like, if our house is clean on the outside, that means our emotions are present and balanced. If our house is a mess, then we need to realize that the house that we have externally is the inside, is the emotional insides of the depths of our soul, what we can't seem to grasp. We need to really figure that out. Like, you may have triggers where little eruptions of emotions come out, or anger. You start sometimes, you know what Pisces we do? We tend to, you know, point the finger at others, and we don't realize that it's within our own reach that to find out how to rebuild what has been the contention. We need to get, you need to be just like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Means you got to put your foot down. You got to tell people this isn't working. If this is a house issue and you're living with family, friends, what have you, people have to know that you're serious. Do you present yourself as serious or not? Like this is tough love here. Look, this is the real deal. This is tough love. Hello. We need to get a sense of tough love in the environment. And that means toughening up inside of you and not always feeling like you need to fix others. Because what really needs fixing is your own sense of this fish, being a fish out of water. And that's part of being a Pisces who is like a fish out of water right now, because Spirit's saying you need to go really deep into your emotions and feel like I don't want to always have to fix others. They need to fix themselves. So you need to be that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is family. It is. It's in the family. It's in the house. You need to be the person who doesn't cave. And even if you are, okay, some of you Pisceans are dealing with some emotional upset right now. So you're kind of like over the top about, you know, the blow-ups, the anger, the bitching. All of that is really about how you feel emotionally inside, about maybe a loss, and you don't know how to express it. So instead of expressing it, maybe, or you have been overly, you know, overly kind, overly generous, overly everything in the house. And now the house is busting, you know, they're busting a move here. And now we need to be solid. We need to tell people what we really feel, but not telling them blowing up, telling them with our heart that tough love is like, listen, if you can't pull your weight, you're out. And a lot of this has to do with your emotional stability. Some of you do or have received enough money to fix up your house. Maybe you're fixing up your house, or you're telling people that you live with, listen, we need to get the house in order. Your house has to be in order. And it's time. Because I feel like some of you Pisceans lost a relationship. There's a loss here. Maybe a father figure, a grandfather. And this is a time of reflection and going deep within. And at the same time that you're going deep within to really feel your feelings, like all this shit's happening around you, like things are blowing up. This is broke. This looks like shit. I need to get the deep clean. The house is a mess. The family's a mess. And I need to be the rock. I need to be the masculine and the feminine. But right now you need to have this tough love. Because people don't take Pisces seriously sometimes. Maybe just people in the house think that it's gonna just it'll wash away. Or you've allowed it to wash away. You've allowed it. You've been giving too many people, you've been cutting slack, cutting them slack in the house. Are they picking up after themselves? Are they cooking and not cleaning? Is the house a mess? Are they doing laundry? What's going on? The house needs to be rebuilt from the foundation up. But in order to do that, Pisces, you need to have this tough love where the people are going to take you seriously. You got to mean what you say. You got to say what you mean and mean what you say. You can't cave. And you've been caving. Okay? So it's up to you. It's absolutely up to you. But if you're not going to be whatever, if you're a parent or whatever the situation, the living situation is in your family, if you're not going to be serious about it and really show up as not caving and tough love and being for reals, then Pisces, you can't be bitching about it. You can't. If you're going to allow people to do their thing and make a mess, because you're a mess too, emotionally, somewhere along the line, something caused you a great upset, a loss. It was big. But you have to be stronger. Okay, one collective card. Sorry, I've got my windows open. Someone's screaming across the way. Okay, who do we have here? We have Virgo. So, I don't know why I just heard being the nitpicky one. Are we nitpicking? But are we nitpicking to gain some kind of like stable ground? Should we be more like a Virgo? Shouldn't we be more like a Virgo? Going with our intuition and like Virgos sometimes don't believe in themselves enough to make changes quickly or at all. Is there something in your life where a sense of evaluation needs to take place, right? We need to kind of like figure it out. We need to really assess the details of our lives. We need to write it down, put it in your notes, put it on your computer, wherever it needs to be. We need an assessment of what works and what doesn't in our lives. How are we forging ahead in that way of the methods that we choose to become stable, to be stable? Do we listen to our own advice? Do we believe in ourselves enough to take action? Or do we always have to have a backup plan? Just in case something doesn't work out. Virgos are very good at keeping backup plans and backup people from their past. Virgos, just like Scorpios, in the sense of not being able to release people out of their lives completely. They hold on, sometimes really for dear life. So think about all of that. And what does that show you how powerful you are in your own right, in your own rightful place? Or does that show you places that you are powerless? All right. I love you guys. Have a great week. I'm here for you. And thank you.